Hi, survivor. Cynthia Schiller here. Feel free to join in on chat. We're going to talk about the new supply. Also, a lot of different things about narcissism, things that we can do to kind of help heal ourselves. But a lot of you feel, is the new supply better than me? And we start questioning ourselves. Our narcissist has dragged down our self esteem to such a spot to where, we question a lot of things and we compare ourselves to others. Try not to do that. Have confidence in yourself. If you're a caring, loving person, that's what really matters. So the narcissist, they move on to whatever. Maybe the person is prettier, sometimes they're not. There's so many different things that make up a good person. Looks aren't what's important. So if they, in your mind, are a step down, there's Nathan. Hi, Nathan. Feel free to join us in chat. So we're talking about the new supply. And sometimes people start feeling like a little self conscious, low self esteem, like, was I not good enough? And I started talking about the looks. Looks to you are different than other people. What they feel is important, the right kind of body. Some people like thick bodies, some people like thin bodies. So, is the person too thin, too whatever? But we have to remember that we do the best that we can, and what's in our heart is what matters. So try not to be vengeful and work on yourself. Have a growth mindset. Do I really think that it's going to last between two people? One is a narcissist. Yeah, Nathan, I know your story. Yeah, you got a little monkey brancher. And there's John joining us live from Michigan. Yes, it is Cynthia Schiller. Good to see you guys. I got some good news for you. I had my evaluation at school, and the kids were so good. It was so nice. So I'll keep you posted on that. That's always stressful. Nathan says, "What's up, John?" And that's the thing that's nice about here is we're building a community, and you guys are starting to get to know each other. So, John, I'm sure you remember part of Nathan's story. He had a woman who is working with her new supply, now living with him, and monkey branched over. A lot of narcissists do that monkey branching. They don't let go until they feel secure. And, is this new supply better? Not really. You know, um, it's just John's doing well. Um, but it's just that the supply might be different. Maybe they make more than you. That's okay. Money isn't what makes somebody important. So don't try to be like the new supply. Be yourself. Definitely be yourself. We got somebody else joining. I wonder if it's a repeat viewer. I love having you guys. I took a nap, so it look a little rough. I took a nap, quickly called my mom. She's not in the best facility out there, and we're supposed to have a really bad snowstorm. We might even have a snow day on Friday. So I have to finish out this school work week, and then we'll see what's up. But as far as the new supply, um, it's sad that it happens. The narcissist goes through these discard phases, and it's just a reflection on something that has to do with their shame. Mine was, didn't want to tell people about me. I was a big secret. And, still in love or whatever, but they start discarding you, not because of you. It's not because of you. And that's the hardest part to understand is, you know, uh, it's not because of you. Sometimes we seem too needy, and when we seem that we're too needy, they don't try to correct it with connecting with us and understanding us. They see it as pushy. She lost her widow's benefits. Oh, how did she lose her widow's benefits? I can't remember that story. Wasn't she? Did she get married? Because sometimes people, that's the other thing too. Sometimes people don't want to get married because they don't want to lose benefits. Uh, did she get married? Why would she lose her widow's benefits? Unless you're talking, like using that as a loose term, like hunter's widow, where they're not really widowed. John says, I was walking back home on the rail trail today and saw that girl struggling with a bag of laundry coming down the trail. and I did not make any eye contact or say anything to her. You ignored her. So you saw her again. That's the thing. Sometimes we do run into our exes. And yeah, like, depending on the abuse, is it worth making eye contact? Why stir the pot? My first one, I still have to be cordial um, because, we have grandkids together. But uh, it's nice that after 25 years, he's been cordial. Uh, it doesn't mean we're best friends or getting back together or anything like that. Uh, and it's weird. To me, it's weird. Like, you love someone and you're just like, fuck them. I'm going to fuck their life up. I don't get that. Nathan says, they said she was making too much money from work. Really? I don't know how that goes. I've never been married. And Nathan says, no, this is from her deceased husband, her first husband. I thought that would have been a benefit anyways. I don't know exactly how widow benefits go. Huh, I didn't realize it was financially something. I just talked to my mom, John, and they're not taking, she's been waiting on her potassium results since Friday. Today's Monday, and is it Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. And she won't have her results till Wednesday. If you don't have your potassium, you can get cardiac arrest. Her COVID, they haven't retested her because of this new protocol after so many days. You're not in isolation anymore. She's out of the ICU, but yeah, they are not taking care of her and waiting on a transfer, but you got to go through all those loops and stuff. So her COVID is stable, but I don't know about her potassium. It's real scary. Also, they're not monitoring her kidney function, which was decreased, her blood pressure. So we'll see. I cancel my trip to Florida. That's the thing, we do things like that where we cancel things to be there for a family without regret. It would have been nice to go to Florida, but I look at when I was a burn victim, my mom was there for me. Also, when my dad and grandpa were passing away, she was literally there 24/7 for them. And Nathan says you can only make so much money, almost like you having an unemployment and working a second job. Really? Is that for everybody or is that based on just their insurance? I would not have thought that. I know I have a friend who his grandmother or something is in this long-term live-in relationship and she won't get married because then she loses her benefits. But I'm assuming she doesn't work. Thank you for sharing that, Nathan. Oh my goodness. Huh. So how did you find that out, Nathan? Hmm? And is she trying to get money from you? And uh, John says, by the way, April Hamster is doing well. And that's good. Yeah, you have such a love for animals. And sometimes too we can see who's narcissistic by the way they treat their animals. Not all of the narcissists are terrible to their animals. Even sociopaths can be kind to animals, but some of them are very intolerant. Nathan says he left her some type of settlement money, but if she gets married, she loses the money. Yeah. That's was he a narcissist? That's some control stuff. I think that's like a legal thing. Yeah, if you got money, then hmm. Now, was that a court order? Did they die when she was together, or was this like an alimony kind of thing, Nathan? And Nathan, yeah, thank you. My mom, 78. My mom is 78. John says, yeah, if you get married, they give you less money. And that's the thing what's so crazy about life is, with child support and alimony and all this stuff, everything, people make decisions based on money. That's for everyone. Okay. Interesting. Even, huh. Okay. But people make decisions based on money. So sometimes if your person's with a new supply, they, I don't know, fall back in love with you. Um, They might not leave based on money. There's a lot of people that stay together just because it's too expensive to get divorced, or the things that they have to split. Also, there's a lot of people that stay just so they don't have to pay child support. They'd rather be miserable. A lot of narcissists are like that. So Nathan, yeah, you guys discussed that. Hell no. Um, yeah, there's times that like I wouldn't stay with somebody. Uh, there's people staying that are abusive. Uh, Whatever the situation is, where they're just not happy. You see that a lot. And I know for religious beliefs, I understand that. I'm a religious person. There, to me, there's a threshold. My God, in my mind, um, I don't think he wants me to feel like I'm going to get shot every night or caught up in a burning house or whatever. There's some pretty drastic abuse when that narcissist gets into that rage mode. You can't communicate. You just can't. And um, yeah. Uh, so I know with John, his woman's new supply. Uh, the people aren't all on the up and up. They're kind of, you know, um, I don't even know how to put it, more into drugs and more riffraff kind, where they're turning each other against each other. And um, John says, I'm not really sure if I want another relationship with anyone just yet because of what she pulled on me. And I can understand that. Like, I feel I've been single my whole life, because when you're with a narcissist, a lot of times you feel extremely lonely and confused, exhausted, drained. But that's good in a way, John. Don't some people are like, I'm never getting married again, or I'm never going to date again. And I get where you guys are coming from. I'm still in that healing process. I don't want to bring brokenness to a relationship. So I'm kind of on the chill. If it's meant to be, it'll happen. But I'm also not the type to just rush out. And it blows my mind, some of these people who it's like, I just got divorced yesterday. Now I got a new boyfriend. Um, there's a grieving process we have to go through. And for predicting, is it going to work with the new supply? A lot of times it won't. They didn't take the time to heal. But we also got to think they don't really have empathy. What are they really healing from? They're a whole different breed. Mom says, can okay, I think she's updating everybody. Yeah, she's been sleeping a lot. I know I'm doing a live, but just because I've told you guys are my friends, um, that I just want to make sure she's stable, because it's kind of scary. Um, so the holidays are coming up, and this holiday Hoover is probably going to happen for 60% of you, something like that. Uh, and John says, I'm not really sure if I want another relationship. And it's good to have where you're not bringing your baggage into the new relationship or comparing the new person to the last. But we also have to be fair to the new person, not put our hurt or insecurities onto them. So get to know them, slowly date them. Don't necessarily move them in or get married right away. Take the time, but uh, it's scary. It is scary because there are so many narcissists out there. And, like 25% of Americans have some form of, and it fluctuates year to year, but they have some form of mental illness. So there's sociopaths, psychopaths, bipolar, borderline, histrionic, and different things like you got people with ADHD and obsessive compulsive. We're all just trying to deal with the stressors in our life. But the most toxic thing about a narcissist is you don't see it coming. Um, you know, uh, they don't feel the problems with them, so they don't get diagnosed, so they don't talk about it. I have a coworker, ex coworker that I have on Facebook, kind of friend. She's very open about her diagnosis. At first, they said she was, I believe it was bipolar. Now they say she's borderline, and she went over 2 decades with the wrong diagnosis, according to her. From what I know, that would make more sense that she would be borderline, just because of the trauma that I know. Also, I wouldn't doubt, like, she's got to be histrionic. She definitely, that's probably her main thing. She is such an attention seeker, and she's also living in the past. She has gained a lot of weight. Uh, I know she's on medication. Sometimes medications can, put on weight, but also how she posts everything on Facebook. I don't know if it's just medication because, sometimes like I can't lose weight, and it's like, I mean, that would look like a good meal, but that's not a meal I would eat because I try to watch my weight. Um, but she's posting all her sexy pictures from the past. She has posted some recently where she's quite a bit heavier, 80 pounds, maybe 100, I don't know, but quite a bit heavier. Also, she shaved her head, wears wigs, which is fine. It's fine. Usually, um, you know, uh, it's almost like she's trying to figure out what her identity is because it looks like an African American wig, which she's not African American, and then she's Indian, like Native American. Sorry, I grew up in the 70s. I know it's better to say Native American, um, but blonde, brunette, red, short, long, and she just seems lost. It's fun to change your hair, I get it, but it's different when it feels like you're searching. Uh, and she just feels lost, and she's posting everything about what she's going through. And she'll be, I'm done with men. Uh, and then the next week, oh, I love him and don't judge me. And, you know, uh, well, my ex narcissist knows I'm pissed off, so she'll wait until about the spring to call me or at least attempt. Yeah, Nathan, we can tell. We're like, okay. She's still with that guy though. It doesn't seem like she's completely happy. She's calling you from inside the house in the bathroom. I remember your story. Nathan says, but I noticed as you get older that people in our generation, you tend to put up a stronger guard than you would when you're younger. Yeah, and it's harder as we get older too to find somebody that we want to be with. Some people have gone through traumas and now they're drinkers or uh, like heavy drinkers and dabbling in recreational stuff, and just trying to get through life. They're not dealing with their issues, they're masking them. That's what the narcissist does. They mask everything. A lot of them are drinkers. They uh, you know um, it's interesting how I always say that the narcissist is a lot like children. And I had a kid today where uh, he wasn't following the rules. So I had him stand outside for 30 seconds before I came in. And I usually, like, I get the kids sitting down and then I can talk to him privately. So he's not alone for 30 seconds, but I give him like 5 seconds. I come out and he started saying that, he feels like he's going to go to jail when he gets older. And I said, why is that? And he said, because my dad, so he has some trauma. He's the one that shot his finger off. He's only 6 years old. He did that a year ago. So it's some pretty strong trauma. And, dad's in jail, things like that. And it's almost like the self-determined, uh, it's just going to happen. And a lot of narcissists have this, it's just going to happen. The relationship's going to fail. So they take it while they can take it. It's self-fulfilling prophecy that you got to watch out for. So same with you guys. If you feel like, I just got to give up, nobody is ever going to want me, or it's, I can't trust anybody. We have to have that growth mindset. We got to change the way we think. The way we think turns into our actions. So be positive about things. There is somebody for me. Uh, Nathan says, especially now when everything is through social media, Facebook, Twitter, and so many other, social media accounts like Tinder, they're a lot more filled with narcissists. Narcissists, be careful if you use those dating apps. They're out there fishing for what they want. And Nathan says, would you go through something like eHarmony or one of them dating sites? Legitimate though. My daughter set me up with this Plenty of Fish thing, and I think I responded to 5 people. Um, and didn't really decide to meet up with them or anything. I did it like friends. I did meet one person, never kissed him, but he ended up being a good friend. We went boating, things like that. Never held his hand. So I was glad that I met him. I wasn't interested in dating him, but he turned into a friend. Um, but as far as the other people, like I won't, and I don't look at it anymore because it's like I have not found one person, and I don't like the way it's set up, to be honest with you. My sister though, she's done uh, like a little more high quality. I did respond to one. I went to China uh, for a month and a half, so. I also taught English as a second language to Chinese people, so I have a special place in my heart for them. And there was this one who was a good looking guy. He was Chinese, and he was like 6'4", I think, which is very unheard of for Chinese people. There's a couple, like I went there, I saw a couple, but I'm usually so much taller. I'm 6'1", and it's kind of like I can't even find an American that's 6'1". Um, so we were talking and stuff, and it was such a like a scam. He seems really sweet and really concerned, and I was kind of like, because of his height, because of how like amazing he looked. There are really good people, but you know, they give you that good looking, like, I don't like, he was like model type, really built, bodybuilder kind, and it was kind of like, but he was really kind, go be with your daughter and this and that, really understanding. But then he started, I'm telling him about me, he's telling me about him. And then he said something about Bitcoin. And so I was like, oh, yeah, I'd like to learn. Because if you're thinking about dating somebody, you want to, invest to have the same, at least to understand their interests. So he's supposedly like super successful, and then I'm like, well, you can teach me it, because he's all excited about teaching me, and then he wants me to invest, and I'm like, and then even just the photos he would send, he's like, this is what I had for dinner, and of course it's like, I don't know, and then you catch on to things. He was from Detroit, where I used to be. I don't know what my profile says. I didn't set it up. My daughter did. But yeah, it's just scams. Um, and a lot of times too, you got to be careful. I told you guys my degrees in criminal justice, and I get scared that, perfect opportunity. They want to mess with a blonde. I'm a blonde. They're going to screw me over. And it's just because they just have a target type person. They want revenge on somebody. It's not always safe. But my sister, she had a couple really good guys that she met up with. Um, and then Cynthia, how did your ex narcissist get along with your family, like your mom, brothers? Good question. Yeah, I don't know. My parents were really kind. My ex was cordial. He's the first one was a really quiet guy. My brother did not like him. And he was really rude to my ex. So that kind of like hurts the relationship between me and my ex too, because he was trying to be cordial. Like, hey, I remember one time he's like, "Hey, what's to my brother, what kind of bread is that?" There's a big sandwich spread, and my brother wouldn't even acknowledge him. And my brother too, when I was growing up, didn't acknowledge me for over 2 years, and no matter what I did, he would not talk to me. Um, he's a lot kinder now, but uh, there wasn't a lot of family interaction, but the other one didn't really know. My parents, our family came over, was just like you would be, but not a lot of interaction. They try to stay away from that stuff. Uh, so feel free to tell me how yours were. Sometimes it can be terrible. Sometimes it's schmoozy where they try to win them over, to where it's the complete opposite. Like, oh, I got you some flowers. So I guess as you get older, being alone really, really hurts. It's different when you're younger because you meet people all the time. But when you get older and your old age, I guess you want to be with someone. And that's true. Our whole lives were, in a sense, it sounds crazy. We're trying to get back to that comfort of what our parents gave us. Um, Somebody to rely on, somebody even just, you know, uh, to express ourselves. But we can take charge of that too. Sitting at home is not going to help us find somebody. And that's why, sometimes we don't want to do things by ourselves. Can't wait for the summer. I've been going to the beach. I go by myself. I'm not uncomfortable going by myself. I'm not really a movie watcher. I can go to the movies by myself, but, I don't really want to do that. But if I go with somebody, I enjoy it. So if you're kind of like that, maybe sign up for a sports league or a crafting thing, or guys working on cars, whatever you guys do, different things where it's a bunch of single people coming to do certain things. That paint and pour is relaxing, where you have a drink and of your choice, and then do some painting. There are guys that go that do that too, but comment below on some of the things you like to do. Going to the racetrack, whatever it is that you guys enjoy. It's kind of going to be hard. Winter is coming, unless you're one of my Australians. It should be summertime in Australia, isn't it? Because there can be that seasonal depression too. So I get what you're saying. It's kind of like, I don't want to go do all that. I go roller skating by myself, ice skating by myself. You meet people, but it's kind of like that's a lot of effort because a lot of times you also don't. But we have to be proactive in meeting people. And John says my narcissist ex is getting a bad reputation. Now she's sleeping around sometimes too, though. Sleep around. Uh, yeah, they just have different standards and stuff. You know, for our generation, it seemed like the dating sites are just kind of like you're desperate. It's not like when we grow up in our generation, we can meet people through friends or church or. Yeah. Also, too, people are negative. There's a lot of crazy stuff in the world, but most people are like, I got this cousin. He's really good for you. They're like, oh, my cousin, they suck. They're alcoholics. My cousin. So it's hard to match up because people are more negative. They focus on the negative. So they already get a bad rap from people. Yeah, our generation is like, no dating sites. Definitely don't do it because it does. Yeah, nobody likes me. I guess I gotta buy a husband. And there's a lot of things too with mail order brides. Um, there are some healthy, happy relationships, I guess. It's just sometimes it's a mindset, but it's really sad too. Some of these women get trapped in horrible relationships. Uh, it's a crazy world out there. And Nathan says, now, Cynthia, from a woman's perspective, what's the difference in finding a man you are interested in as a friend? Oh, see, I have the hardest time. I'm the biggest cold fish out there. Really friendly. Um, it's chemistry. Like, I need that chemistry. That's me. If I don't feel that chemistry, I can't even kiss you. So I don't just kiss to kiss. I don't make out to make out. Some people do that. But I want that spice of life. And, I've been a rape victim, molested, things like that. So uh, for me to be free, like I get super free. Like it's no holds barred, basically, when I'm with the person I really want to be with. But yeah, I struggle. Um, you know, uh, and of course, they have to have the other qualities too of being kind and trustworthy and caring. But I need that spark. Like, I've met millionaires, I've met gorgeous people, I've met okay looking, but a good person should be my husband type person. And if I don't want to kiss them, because I keep saying it, it, I could be married 100 times over. I've never been married. I was with those two guys. They bailed on me. Um, one got scared of marriage, didn't because his mom screwed his dad over so bad, like really bad, when his dad needed a kidney transplant, and like took everything. He didn't trust women, and you see that through the things that would go on in conversation throughout the years. So he's 7 years older than me. He's still never been married. Uh, and then the other one, like I said, he just didn't want to take accountability, step up to people and fight for what he wanted. Um, but his quote was, "This is what's so weird," because he was like, "You're my meth." And he doesn't do drugs, but like the extreme addiction, like you're my meth. And this is even after he got married. Just he's addicted to me, and he married somebody else. And we have great conversations, and it's so stupid. He even said it probably should have been us, but yeah, it's crazy. And you know, uh, it's sad. You know, um, John says, I myself got dating crap from Facebook while I was still with my girlfriend. And what do you mean by dating crap? Like the women just weren't up to par, or what do you mean by that? Got dating crap? Just people. Oh, Samantha's here. Hey, Sammy. I hope I can call you that. You got a nickname here, girl. Good to see you. Samantha says hello to everybody. Nathan says, John, stay away from Facebook dating. It's bad. Yeah, I wouldn't trust Facebook. Like, we can't even trust. Like, people are so happy and or depressed. The way that they badger each other. So, Nathan, I'll take that as some good advice for everybody. John says, hey, Samantha. And so does Nathan. Hi, Sam. See, you got all these nicknames. Uh, she's probably going to like my nicknames. You do. It's terms of endearment. John says I cut that off, Nathan, right away. So yeah, you can see you're like, this is stupid. And um, I have a cousin though who went through Tinder, and I think she said, she just wanted a drinking buddy. She's actually my cousin's daughter, so she's like my daughter's age. But um, yeah, she met a really good guy. Not that money's important, but very wealthy guy, family money, and treated her right. They went on trips. The family was fantastic to her. They were in love. And then he went back to this France or Germany. Can't remember. One of the two. He went back to France or Germany, and he wanted to marry her, but he couldn't handle living in the States. He came to the States for school or something. I never met him, but she's a family girl and she had to stay here. So sometimes, you know, um, they at least knew what they could and couldn't handle. and they separated. It wasn't a, a bad separation, but sometimes too we can avoid heartache too. Um, she could have opened herself up to somebody else that, you know, would have given her what she needed. So Nathan says, I've noticed when you got guys that look better than women, some of them are narcissists. They can be uglier too, you know. The good looking ones are kind of cocky just because the pretty privilege. And uh, you got to look at it this way too, though, is if a narcissist, it could be other guys too, but if a narcissist has somebody who, and we got to be careful, what's pretty to us isn't always pretty to other people. Um, because, but so if you have a good looking guy with under par based on societal standards, it could be because that way he doesn't fear he's going to lose her because, you know, he feels he's insecure in being able to give her everything. So it kind of boosts his self esteem or his security, feeling nobody else is going to, you know, want this person. Uh, and Samantha says hi to John, hi to Nathan. And I can prove that, you know, uh, I was pretty thin, wearing like a size 3, 4, and I was friends with my best friend and her husband, and we went. Her best friend, sorry, my best friend's husband and I went to school together, so we would drive together. And he's like, "No offense, Cindy, but your body disgusts me." And it's like, great, I didn't even ask, but whatever. But he's like, you know, my wife, like, who was probably size 20. So that's a big difference, and he adored it, you know, and that's what he wanted, you know. Uh, and that's fine, you know. Nathan says, I've noticed when you got guys that, oh, sorry. And John's decorating the screen with all these emojis. And there's the animals. Where's my Dixie do? I don't know. She's probably still sleeping. I told you guys I took a nap. And Mahogany, good to have you. We got Samantha, John, Nathan. And yes, you are late. That's okay. But yes, I'm so glad to have you here. And Nathan says hi to Samantha. And there's Mahogany Shanae. I love that. It's so beautiful. So Mahogany says, I've been dealing with my son. He's had a sinus infection. At school today, um, we had 9 kids in the office. Pretty much each class of 22 to 28 had 7 out already. And how bad is this sinus infection, Mahogany? There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know what the kids at school have, but we're missing a lot of kids. I'm in Michigan. I'm not sure where you guys are, but that RSV, flu, COVID, guys, I told you guys my mom's got COVID right now. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of kids not feeling too good. So I hope he feels better, Mahogany. And do you just have one kid, Mahogany? How are your other kids feeling if you have more? Samantha sent him a big love heart to you, Mahogany. So no, that's the thing though. My brother knew ahead of time. Guy has no gas. Um, I don't know. My brother went through a stage where he wasn't really nice to me. He was self-absorbed. Um, didn't give him a chance. But yeah, he probably sent something. Uh, you know, um, my ex was very monotone, reserved. And my brother, he's like a professional comedian and very boisterous. Opposite. They're just two opposite people. There's times my daughter didn't like my second one. So, you know, she loves her dad, but sometimes people sense things. I get a kick out of my dog. My dog's really friendly. Not a good watchdog at all. But there's a couple times that like this one person walks across on the other side of the complex. We have like a 2-lane drive. So they're walking on the other side. My dog is ferociously barking, and I have, I don't know, 3 different male people that come. There's this one. that irritates my dog. She just starts uh, sensing some vibes or something. That's when he's like 4 townhouses down. And it's interesting. It's like, what is it about this person? Especially the one across the street. Because, like I said, she's so chill. Um, but yeah, people, animals can sense certain things. So I guess, Nathan, was my brother having a dickhead moment? But he said, yeah, I used to pray that you wouldn't end up with him. I'm like, thanks. That's the person I wanted to be with, and you're praying. Uh, so it was about what my brother wanted. He didn't want me with somebody. Sometimes it's kind hearted, but he didn't really know my ex. Maybe he sensed it. I can take that. But, uh, not everybody out there is in the kind mindset in every stage of life. He's come a long way. My brother's grown a lot. And you got to remember, I met him when I was 17. So my brother was 18, still pretty young. Uh, so that could have something to do with it too. And oh, John's like, I drink, get drunk, fall down, no problem. Big problem. Just kidding. I saw you said you don't really drink. You never had a drinking problem. Yeah, it's a problem when you run out of alcohol. I never ran out. I got bleach on my thing. Sorry about that, guys. Um, but it's warm. Have you seen those dad jokes that they got going around? I'm addicted to the dad jokes. So, John, thank you for sharing that. And Mahogany sending some love to Samantha. So is John saying hi to welcome Mahogany. And Samantha says, I need the connection, Nathan, personally. Just my 2 cents. Exactly. I cannot. Yeah, I don't care if you pay me. I don't care if you give me a house. I don't care if you do, like, if there's no connection, I am not going to be with you. Um, yeah, because there's this one guy who we really hit it off on uh, a phone call. Like, he reminds me a lot of my second narcissist. Great conversation, this and that. He sent me a picture of his place right on Lake Huron Superior, Huron, Lake Huron. We have 5 Great Lakes in Michigan. That's like third largest. I don't even know, but a big lake. Second largest maybe, HOMES. So right on Lake Michigan has a pool. Like, pretty much everything I want. I want a lake house or a pool house, and he has both. He has lots of money, but uh, the connection was there, but there's no like chemistry. I don't know. It's weird. So it's a connection. And Samantha, you might be talking more emotional, because there's times you can have great conversations with people, and the way to kind of uh, explain it, I have like my best friend and we have amazing conversations. We love each other. I can give her a hug. I'm not attracted to her. Like, I can't do that. I don't want to be with a girl. She's polygamous, but no. And it's if I didn't have to have sex with somebody, because I love sex, but it's that connection. Otherwise, I will not do it. And that's the best way to describe it. I can have intense relationships like with my friend, but if there's not that spark, I won't do it. And I love my best friend. There's got to be a connection for me, both emotionally and physically. And I went down it. That's pretty much what Samantha's saying too. And feel free to correct me. Do I work out? Cynthia, go to the gym. That's a good place to meet guys. That's the thing though. I struggle with the creepy guys too. The one thing I don't like about going out is I get the tag alongs that I want to meet guys, and the ones I don't want to meet. I'm a very polite person, polite to everybody. I don't judge people. Um, but there's times I don't. It's like I was polite to you for a little bit. I'd like to move on, and they latch on to you. They don't get the hint. So it's very difficult because I get tag-alongs, and they don't get the hint. So it's very hard. Uh, and guys are, I don't know, they sexualize everything too quickly. So um, it's really hard to meet a good guy, you know. Sometimes too, if you just like flirty, they're like, "Oh, she's gonna fuck me." It's like, geez, like, can I tell you my name first? It's hard out there. It's hard out there. But yeah, I go out, and I did get a gym membership to kind of hopefully meet people. Uh, there's not that many people, and everybody pretty much stays to themselves. I noticed that there's not a lot of mingling. So even just for a female friend for coffee, I'm not even meeting females to hang out with. I do have some guy friends that are good friends, and it kind of sucks too because everybody thinks you're dating that person. So it's like I can't win. I just gotta go out by myself. Um, yeah, I did have that gym membership until COVID happened. Uh, Nathan, going to gym is good place to meet men and women. Sometimes it can be. Sometimes it can be. That's great advice. But and even so, it's gonna make you feel good about yourself. Get your body in shape. Sometimes we get into this um, depression mode where we're wanting the perfect relationship, and we're kind of letting ourselves go. We let our house go. We let our hair go. It's kind of rough today. I need to glam up a little, but that we should present ourselves um, as if we already are that person. Because once we meet that person, we're like, yeah, I'd be the best wife. And if I was with you, I would clean every day. No, we need to get into the habit of being who we would be. Uh, and Nathan says, oh, you're a golfer. How many women play golf? I know my aunt used to, and my female friend did. Uh, is that mostly men though that golf? Um, Golf is great. Do you walk or cart it? And how many holes do you do? 9, 18? So yeah, golfing. I did putt putt. I went to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. They had the most fanciest putt putt golf course, and so any other one is kind of a letdown. Because they had like these beautiful blue uh, ponds and challenges and statues, and every other one is just here's a hole with some green. But it's fun, yeah, little things like that. I like bowling. Bowling is that might be something good to do. We got to start getting back out there because of when COVID happened. A lot of us just kind of stopped doing things, and I know some of us have littler kids. Take advantage of the other moms or dads because uh, that's a great way to meet people. Let your kids get acquainted, but it's harder. Kind of want my daughter to tag along, or let's go meet some soccer moms, because it gets harder. It does get harder. And Nathan says, John, trust me, by next year, she's going to be trying to get back with you. She's going to be hoovering you. Ah, and Nathan, why do you say that? Why do you say that? Samantha says, woohoo! Yes. Sammy does have a nickname. Yay. And I don't know, we'll go Mo, Nate, and John. John. Can I call you John? I used to call my daddy John. His name was John, or John Boy. Hey, John Boy. And it wasn't out of disrespect. He took it as a nickname. I also called him Daddy, so he knows I loved him. Uh, oh, John's not messing around, Nathan. And ladies, he says that she'll be dealing with police authority, police and housing authority. John's like, no, like, I am not hoping for the Hoover. Thanks, but no thanks. yeah, she did him wrong, and she really hurt him, uh, and just kept doing it, you know. Uh, yeah, and um, yeah, she doesn't know what she wants. She's lost. She wants to move. Um, and something about the 10 years, she's got some stuff going on. I don't know why I think it's so she can get government housing or something like that. It's 10-year wait list or something. But her heart doesn't know which, I believe it was out of state. I can't remember. But yeah, she's emotionally unavailable. And, you know, being emotionally unavailable, why would you want that Hoover, you know? But you never know. I mean, Nathan might be right. She might Hoover back. You don't know. Oh, what about Mahogany? I can't remember. Are you still with your person? I can't remember. I know we talked. I remember Samantha's, but Mahogany, refresh my memory. Um, I like knowing about you guys. It kind of helps me uh, help with your situation. Nathan, back in the day, in the 90s, that's not back in the day, back in the days, 70s and 80s. So Nathan says, back in the day, in the 90s, when I went to clubs, okay, yeah, I couldn't go to the clubs still then too. Um, when I went to clubs, man, you meet all type of people back then, just dancing. It was so much fun. I didn't drink. I just love to go dance. And you almost can't do that anymore. There is a place down the street from me, which is kind of nice. They have open air concerts in the summer, and on certain nights with certain concerts, yeah, there'll be a lot of dancing. But I miss that. I love the club music, and uh, now, like, bars can be empty or nobody's really dancing. That was the best. You're right. Even just to go dancing, but it's changed a lot. Um, yeah, Nathan. Oh my gosh, I looked forward to doing that. That's part of the reason I lost weight, got in shape, because that's what I would do. I would go dancing every Friday and Saturday, and just the energy, and just my best friend and I. She was fantastic. She always stayed on the dance floor with me. Um, Nathan says it seems like on those dating sites, most of them lie. They're not who they say they are. Then don't do what they say they're going to do. And I got to scroll. And you don't know who you're getting. Yeah, and with the filters too, and angles, somebody can look like they're 30 pounds lighter, or, certain makeup. You can look like you have a six pack if you know how to put on makeup on your belly. Um, but they're going to show, I could say, oh, I'm a teacher and wonderful with kids, and I'm creative and I can cook, can't wait to meet you. But I wouldn't post, people don't post things they're lacking in, you know uh, they're not going to say, I'm homeless looking for a sugar daddy, unless they got that sugardaddy.com. There's women out there, and guys, it can always be flip flop. When I talk, it's always able to be flip flop sugar mamas. But some people get so sad and they get off on too, like, take me for my money. Like, they get a kick out of it, or they feel that they own the woman now, or can control her. Uh, it's a crazy world, and it's just easier. I'll just order somebody, and people are starting to be objectified, and you tend to steer clear of overly pretty guys. Not saying that you can tell strictly by appearance, but it just seems more into themselves. You could be wrong, though, just me. Um, and it's sad. Yeah, sometimes that's true. It can be true. Um, there are some kind-hearted, gorgeous people like me, but yeah, sometimes too. Like, if you watch The Nameless Narcissist, it's really, I fiddle with my hair, but I'm not sitting here braiding it and putting it up. But he's always like, I don't know, always like fixing his hair. Me, I'm just moving it out of the way. There's a difference, because if he was always just kind of doing that, but yeah, he's a narcissist. So we do have to be presentable because this probably irritates some of you guys. You got your OCD people. I get it. I understand. But yeah, he's always fixing himself. And uh, a lot of them, yeah, they can be great dressers. And it's interesting. Yeah. Uh, but we got to be fair to people too. Like we have to get to know them. But uh, I know this one lady who dresses really eccentric too, and she's got some issues. Sometimes too, not always. I'm wearing all black today, but the high schoolers, when they wear all black, they go emo. It's interesting. They want to be a part of something, uh, and the emo kids, as long as you wear the right kind of clothes or something, people just want to belong. And we all have different things. We all have different self-esteems on what we think we can fit into. Nathan says what's really interesting on Facebook, for instance, you got these hot-looking people, hot-looking chicks saying that they're single looking for a relationship. Red flag. Um, you think it's a red flag when they're looking for a relationship? It can be, kind of like come find me. I know you'll just want me. Um, it can be, yeah. They don't want to put the effort in. You'll see that too. And this is where it gets tricky. You know, I can see what you're saying because it's so broad. You got grandma on your Facebook, you got everybody, your employer on the Facebook page, and um, it's either a poor pity me type thing, or but sometimes two people are like, I'm getting to the point I'm lonely. Uh, so it goes to intent, but a lot of times too, if they're all like, ooh, looking for, it's okay to post that, but are they, um, in a bikini and, this freak will take care of you kind of thing. Yeah, you can tell. And sometimes too, uh, you never know people's intentions. And like Instagram, all that kind of stuff that's going on. John says, I'm not as Johnny. All right, John's stoned and he's grounded. That's one thing I never did. I always wanted to be in control of everything. Like if I had to, as far as if I had to drive, like when my daughter was young, always wanted to be able to take the things. I don't understand, and maybe you can help me out, this being stoned thing. Because ever since I had mono when I was in 10th grade, I kind of struggle with energy. I don't want to be chill. I want to have energy. So, but a lot of people enjoy it. It's helped people too with some physical ailments. So, Samantha, you're close to Lake Erie. Oh my goodness. I used to live in Ohio for a little bit. Interesting. Maybe I saw you at Walmart. Do you live well, I don't want you to have to post that. This is public. So yeah, you're close to Lake Erie. One of the Great Lakes. Nathan says, see, we have so much in common. Nathan says it just seemed like it's kind of like them grandiose narcissists, though, somatic narcissists. And I agree. There's certain things that, are so transparent. Like, when they word things, or maybe they might even say, I'm single looking for somebody, but you scroll down a little bit more and you're like, oh my gosh, yeah. Put the pieces together. Sometimes one piece of information is enough. Sometimes you need many things. And I don't know if I left her outside. I don't think so. It just seemed like it's kind of, yeah. So Nathan says, Sam, you're near Lake Erie. Oh my. Yeah. And I'm looking at the major snow too. Starting Friday. So Sam, are you guys expected that what was it? Apocalypse? apocalypse of snow. It's supposed to be like 4 to 6 foot drifts and all that stuff. White Christmas. We growing up, we used to always have snow, and now it's kind of sporadic when we have it. But yeah, there'll be snow on the ground. Okay, John has rain for the next few days. Nathan, yeah, you're in Michigan too, so the Wolverine state, exactly. Go Big Blue. Nathan says, if one of my exes went to therapy and got help cleaning themselves up, and you knew it, would you consider getting back with one of them? Would I consider it? Would you? um, that's the thing, I need security. I need somebody who's gonna be there for me. It's hard with the second one because we didn't argue, but the way he discarded me was so cold. Um, and it, you know, that's when you saw the true colors. Like, he encouraged me to hang in there. He's going to do right by me. And then, I still love both of them. I still love both of them. Change with the narcissist is hard, you know. Yeah. Um, and I want somebody to truly love me. That's what's important to me. And you know, if somebody's a true narcissist, they don't really truly love you. So yeah, crazy. I know a lot of us are like, we want that Hoover. I still love them. I definitely still love them, even though they hurt me. So we got to look at our self-esteem too. And um, I don't know. I'm pretty easygoing. I'm the live and let live type stuff. Like John, who's stoned out of his mind right now. I still love you. I don't do it, but I still love you. And as long as people aren't hurting people, uh, you know, um, I don't understand how some people disregard people, won't talk to them. Like I would respond like, "Look, I don't want to talk right now," but they they make you feel less than. And Samantha says, Cynthia, I agree. Yes, a must to feel safe. I need an emotional connection, and I need someone to also have the same core faith belief that I do. Yes, that's very important to me. If you look across all the different statistics on things, interreligious type marriages or atheist or liberal versus conservative, there's differences in divorce rates. Um, you know, uh, Even Protestant versus Catholic, different things like that. But yeah, if you're truly a religious person, that definitely should be something that's important to you. Uh, People who are atheists, it could be different, but your God makes up a lot of what you do, how you act, what you feel, where you put your trust in. And faith is important. Yeah, if you're true to your faith. Um, yeah, exactly. Thank you for adding that, Samantha. And John's father used to golf. A lot of guys do it. Get out there. Girls do it too. And Samantha, I love bowling. I did that in cosmic bowling, neon bowling. And John says, my girlfriend and I used to bowl together. And that's good, doing things together. And Nathan, you love all the sports that we've named. Yeah. Um, you like ice skating, roller skating. I need somebody to go skating with me. Anybody? Is Mahogany still here? Anybody want to go ice skating with me? I like tap dancing too. That's fun for me. I love tap dancing. Told you guys I wanted to take a hip hop class so bad. I couldn't find any. I'm like, I don't care. I'm taking them with the 8 and 9-year-olds. I just took a hip hop class with kids. John says hamster is on my lap and one of her carriers eating eating her food, watching me say hi. Oh, and Nathan says 18. What is 18? I missed something. I don't know what 18. Oh, 18 holes of golf. Oh, good for you. 18 holes. And absolutely great golfing in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, that's the capital of the world. I went down there during golfing. There's a lot of tall guys. That was really weird. Where'd they come from? They came from Boston and New York. It was weird. I was like, there's all these tall, good-looking guys. Like, I need to move to Myrtle Beach during golf week. And you're tall too, though, right, Nathan? I think you're 6'2". Can't remember what you said you were. Um, and yeah, it was weird. I'm like, where are these people coming from? New Hampshire too, I think. And Nathan says, absolutely great golfing. Yeah, it is the capital of the world for golf. People from all over go there. And because it's a new year and they want to come back into the new year and regular life again, it's an easy time to make up an excuse for why they're contacting you. You know, you can go to Walmart or wherever and, hey, Happy New Year. It's okay to talk to people usually. You don't even have to know them. So if they want to reconnect, it's like, oh, I'm just being nice. They have a backup. Like if you weren't receptive to it, they can turn it back on you like, I was just being kind. And they're testing the waters and trying to see if you're still receptive. And John says, my girlfriend's parents used to live in Myrtle Beach. And Nathan says it's beautiful. Yeah, that is. I got stung by a man o' war jellyfish there. 75 stings, felt like a shark bit a chunk out of my leg, but favorite, one of my favorite places to be, except when they got jellyfish. Uh, Snow kidding. John's full of the jokes today. Snow kidding. I gotta think of some comebacks. I'm usually pretty good with comebacks. Nathan, you see Cynthia, I know you. Uh, you know me from Myrtle Beach. Nathan says women coming up base too is a lot of cougars out there too. I don't know. Is that why I didn't date anybody when I was down there? Um, uh, is Yeah, there are. Is there an army base, or you just mean they're coming up a notch? Uh, yeah, there are some cougars there. There's definitely some cougars there. A lot of beautiful women there. I think people knew there was money coming in town or something. I don't know. And John, I love you too. You've been a fantastic support and friend. I've known you about a year now, and you've always been kind to me. You made that birthday video for me. Uh, just a kind-hearted person. Oh, go ahead and fight over me. So Nathan and John are fighting over me. Samantha says, "Yeah, John's right. You're amazing." Oh, and that's the thing. Thank you, Nathan. I see your comment too. You guys are too, though. Like, look at my smile. It's a genuine smile. You guys brought that out, and that's special. Uh, you guys are interacting with each other, commenting. You guys are a good group of people. You've been supportive. I love seeing you guys here. And Nathan says, I've helped you so much, and so has John. And I hope so, guys. Sometimes too, we just need to talk about it. Or, oh, Samantha, you're 5'3". That's me in like 5th grade. So that's okay. We still like you. um, I, yeah, it's kind of like the opposite struggle I have. Sometimes you probably have a hard time finding some clothes, and I have a hard time finding jeans that fit, like really hard. I buy the talls, extra talls. Extra talls are still too short. And Nathan says, Cynthia, I wish you can do a live chat on New Year's Eve. I might. I might. Well, so are you. I'm in Eastern, but I'm thinking about it. It depends on my mom. I think the visiting hours will be done at 8. So I do plan on being out there with my mom till 8, and I'll be home, can log in and do a New Year's. Yeah, I plan on it. I have to play it by ear because of, my mom. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, because I would like to do that. We have a great thing going on here. John, I can't remember. Are you And ladies, are you guys Eastern? It sounds like, which one are you, Samantha or Mahogany? Which one was from Ohio? I think Mahogany. Trying to remember which one was from Ohio. I get brain fried after uh, the school day. Those kids. Yeah, okay, it is Samantha. Yeah. So you're Eastern Standard Time too. I don't know where Mahogany's from. You love short women. Oh, Nathan's already cheating on me, Sam. So, and yeah, there's guys who don't like me. They won't date me because of how tall I am. Kingston, New York. Okay, so you're Eastern, and you made Samantha blush. So this is a platonic chat. So I'm teasing. You guys can have fun with each other, but you know, uh, the Hoover. We got to be careful. The holidays, Hanukkah or Christmas, New Year's is coming up. I don't know if there's an Kwanzaa. I'm not exactly sure when that falls. So, holiday Hoovers, those are easy, easy excuses. Also, too, they can love bomb it with, I'm just bringing by a gift, or you were always so good at rapping and I need to give my mom something. Can you help me rap? There's so many excuses. And people are usually more in the giving spirit during the holidays. So, all kinds of things like that. Are you guys, comment below if you guys are expecting a holiday Hoover. Some of us aren't. And Sam says, I don't care how tall or short you are. You're my bestie too. And oh, you're so sweet. And you're a short beauty. And that would be perfect. We can go hang out, and the guys, if they like tall girls, will go for me. Short girls will go for you. And I have a true connection with you, Sam. We've definitely grown closer. John says, if that girl does try anything else, I'll stick my gerbils on her. Oh, you're holding no bars. Let those gerbils. And to tell you the truth, yeah, put a rodent on me, I'll freak out. Or a snake. Certain animals I like, certain ones I don't. And spiders, I told you my spider bite. My spider bite's starting to get better. Um, I was terrible. That brown recluse, it just started eating away. That was so itchy. Have you guys ever had that? They didn't really come into Michigan until, from what I understand, recently. They were more in Indiana and down. Ice skating, you can't handle that one. Aw, I love ice skating, and I break so easy too. I got to be real careful. I like going out by my mom's where it's pretty much just me. I've been where I had the whole rink to myself. And then when I'm out by Kalamazoo, it's pretty crowded. So I had to get new skates. The ones I bought um, were too short or too long, too long. My feet were too short, and I tripped over them and I smashed my face. So all those stars, you know what those stars are? Comment below. I'll give you a second. Do you know what, when you see those stars, what that is? I'll let you see if you can answer, and then I'll tell you. John says, glad I'm feeling better after that spider attack. Yeah, that it really itched, and if you took a close up, you could see like the fang imprints, but it's better. All right, those white dots. When you're about to pass out, those white dots are actually white blood cells that you see. Samantha says, I'd love to ice skate. Husband won't take me. I've asked him for years. Never been, though. Um, yeah, ice skating to me is easier than roller skating. I grew up roller skating uh, and then went to ice skating. Also, they're saying for starting out, rollerblades are easier than the four. Uh, and so maybe that's something. Um, yeah, Samantha, maybe one day we'll meet up. Yeah, Nathan, I remembered. Yeah, you said 6'2". Can't wait to try out the wheel suit I designed. Yeah, John made some. It sounds like you just kind of like uh, move your body. That would be cool. Yeah, roller. Oh, you do. Okay, yeah. I got skates in my kitchen right now. My pink and white skates. I have my own just because I love to skate. Yeah, I bought my. I wanted to go for the longest time, And so I finally said, screw it, I'm going to keep going. And I ordered them offline, and they gave me, I usually like my skates a little short, smaller. So I ordered them in the female size, but they gave me the male size. And so they were like two sizes too big, basically. But I still, it'll be all right. I'll just stuff some socks in, and I just kept tripping. I'm like, no, I'll just get rid of those. And it even said women's. I'm like, come on. That's why I don't like online ordering, because you never really know. Especially, I bought quite a few when I had my costume business. Bought quite a few things from China to kind of take apart and understand the different patterns and things like that. And I kind of tweak them, alter them, adjust them. But yeah, you order a small and it's like baby size. You order an extra large, and sometimes it's a small, so you order, you know, either a large or an extra large, and it's a size 2X, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's not consistent. So it's hard to order, especially when you're challenged like me with the height. So, um, yeah, the holidays, that would be nice for us to spend time together. I know some of you, are you guys staying up with your kids for the New Year's? You know, some there's times I've gone to bed at like 11:50. I'm like, I don't care. But it'd be great to stay up with you guys. Do you guys get breaks from work? I know Samantha stays home. Uh, oh, and sometimes too, hubby might be home. Does that cause more stress over the holidays with him being home? Sometimes that can be difficult too. But that's one way to stay busy too. You know, and even during the holidays, there's a lot of festivities that you can go to, on church programs, different things like that. Because it's up to us to get out there and take charge of our lives. So, guys, I'm going to actually finish my Christmas shopping. I have till midnight to get my order in, but I will see you guys soon. I'll try to go log on tomorrow again, and once I'm a little more situated, knowing what's going on with my mom, I can get you guys a good schedule. Try to go on daily. I like to do that. So sleep well, guys. Thanks so much. Feel free to hit that like button to help with the algorithm and help this channel grow. Um, and we, yeah, I bet. So before I go, if you guys would like to, yeah, you guys are so nice. She's shorter to the ground, so she's more balanced than me. And be careful, do a little spell check because that could add an L. It looks like stalker, but I know you meant skater. Communication. I do that too. It's just something I know is, I'm like, stalker, no, skater. Okay. And that's a sign of intelligence, Nathan, is that your mind's working faster. Uh, so, yes, good night, guys. And you can break my fall because I'll fall into you first. Good night. And thanks so much for coming. You guys have been such a good support. I will see you soon. And topic requests are always welcome. Enjoy the holidays and have a good night. See you next time. Yes, John. You wish you could skate, not your bag. I get it. Some people like it, some people don't. All right, take care, guys. Bye.